Welcome.
Welcome back to episode 5. I'm
so excited.
We're a little late this week. I'm sure you've noticed since you're watching this probably on Friday and not Tuesday like usual. But guess what? You'll also probably be watching us for a full hour straight and hopefully no black screens. Ooh, we didn't have a chance to test out this new setup we have because UPS dropped it off 20 minutes ago. But
so as per usual, we promise that there's going to be video, but we're not totally sure. I think like every single podcast, we're like, promise it'll be back next week.
Yeah.
Promise.
Or welcome to the one where it's going to be here for all the time. And then it stops and we don't know it.
So, I mean, welcome to the one where we're going to be here the whole time.
This is that one. Probably.
I mean, yeah.
I can promise you. Now you get to see our technical fails.
When you try so hard, but you don't succeed.
I'm just gonna turn that off for a second. Continue. What did you do this week?
Candace, what did you do this week? Good question. It's
Bad answer.
It's a bad answer. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. A lot went on this week. I bought a pumpkin.
Woo!
Yeah, that happened. I've yet to carve it. I was going to carve it today, but turns out I have plans. With you. I mean, I'm sure there'll still be time. I just, it's at Christopher's parents' house right now. And I feel like eventually they're just going to get a little tired of my uncarved pumpkin.
When it rots on their front lawn. Candace, you want to do anything with this?
Did you want to carve this still, or?
Me and my sister and my brother-in-law and my cousin, we always have, for last year we did a pumpkin carving contest, and then this year we're doing it again. And I'm really excited. Last year I carved like the Blue Jays J in my pumpkin, and it was so sick.
Who won last year?
I mean, we didn't really end up picking anyone who won. We were just like, sweet, that was fun. And we took a picture and put it on Facebook. My sister's was pretty, I mean, they were all really good because we all like took it pretty seriously, which was fun. But my sister did something with wine, as she does with everything. I don't remember. But this year I'm doing Bowser. Like I found this one on, I don't know, Nintendo. I think Nintendo tweeted it, and I was like, oh, that's going to be my pumpkin.
Okay, you have to tweet that now.
I will. Oh, like when I carve it? Oh, yeah. I'll tweet a picture.
I'm so excited. I'm just going to do a smiley face because my pumpkins are happy in the heart.
Aww.
In the Kokoro.
So. Are you a pumpkin seed fan? Do you roast those?
Whenever people make them for me, I enjoy them. But personally, I'm not like a kitchen person. Like I'll clean them, but I don't cook in them. I don't know. I've just never found it pleasant to be in kitchens. I'll like walk in and I'll be like, banana, bye.
That's funny. I love making pumpkin seeds. And last year we tried to do all these like pumpkin seed flavors. So we made like garlic pumpkin seeds and dill pickle pumpkin seeds. It was so good.
I actually think I was at your house after you made those and you were like, look at all these pumpkin seeds we made. Have some.
Yeah, we
were like, these ones are good. These ones are good. These ones could have been better.
Yeah. Yeah, we made a ton last year. We had a lot left over, but I just ate them for a couple months. What are you going to do?
It's always Halloween now.
And they're one of those things that even tastes okay when it's stale. Well, yeah. I guess I just eat a lot of things when it's stale still, but whatever.
Do you dress up for Halloween?
100%, yeah. I went like trick-or-treating until I was in grade 12. I was still going, so I was like, I'm going to just use this power as long as I can.
Yeah.
And I want candy. And I had a couple of years in between there where I couldn't have any candy because I had braces.
Wow.
I actually followed the rules when I had braces.
You're like the only person I know.
I know. And all my friends were like, why? And I was like, because they said so. But so then I just made up for it until grade 12. But yeah, I still dressed up. Last year I dressed up as somebody who got attacked by a shark.
Oh, yeah. I remember that actually. Because your family got you that shark attack shirt because you're such a big fan of Shark Week.
Yeah. So big of a fan. Yeah.
Didn't your brother see you? Because you had like all that, like you looked pretty dead, right? And your brother saw you and he was like, when are you going to dress up? Like he was legitimate about it too.
He just thought I did my makeup like really intense that day or something.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I am. This is it.
You just hadn't done your hair yet or something like that. You're going to make your hair a mess.
I teased my like hair so much. Yeah. If you can like look back on my Instagram a year ago and find it because it's still there. But yeah, that was really fun. I love dressing up as dead people. What did you dress up? Do you dress up?
Yeah, I do usually. I think I can't. Oh, I remember now. Last year I was Art Attack.
Oh yeah. That was a really good one. I do remember that.
Yeah. I basically just covered myself in like paint splatters. That's the motion for paint splatter.
Well, that's how you splat it.
And I got like pipe cleaners and put them in my hair and stuff. And I can't and like paintbrushes. I like tucked paintbrushes like everywhere. And then I just like bandaged myself. And I was Art Attack.
It was amazing. This is an Art Attack. This is an Art Attack. This is Candace on Halloween.
Yeah. The year before that, I was Princess Bubblegum.
So good. That's from Wreck-It Ralph. What am I saying?
Adventure Time.
Okay. It sounded like something from Wreck-It Ralph.
Going to very
I've never seen it.
lands.
I've never seen it.
No?
Never seen it.
You'd really like it.
Sorry.
Are you a cartoon person at all?
If it's Arthur, no. The only like cartoon I watch these days is Bob's Burgers.
Yo, I love Bob's Burgers.
It's really funny. My friend Carissa got me into that.
How come I can't get you into funny cartoons?
Well, because this is the thing. Once you started telling me to watch all these things, then I started not having as much internet to use at home. And I was like, crap, I don't have as much time to watch new shows.
Okay.
It's all about the data and the megabytes and words.
Yeah, that's true. And a lot of the cartoon, like, well, definitely one of the cartoons that I told you to watch, you should not watch at your work Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
No. No.
Yeah, sometimes I'll load. Actually, I had to catch up on The Walking Dead came back this week. Amazing. And I had to catch up on that episode because I didn't catch it when it aired. But so I let it load here while I was at work and then I brought it home and watched it.
You really have that little internet that you have to like load things other places?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to convince my parents to like, I was like, hey, I'll pay you money if we can get this like unlimited plan. Because unlimited plans really aren't that, I mean, I shouldn't say aren't that expensive. I pay for nothing really. Except for car insurance and gas and stuff. But I don't know. I really want more internet at home. I just want to be able to do everything. That's one of my dreams of moving out. When I move out, I'm going to have unlimited internet. Never leave the house. Well, and it's like, I don't know. I can watch a lot of things at home still with our internet package. But my dad watches a lot of YouTube too now.
Jeez, so, Dad.
Gotta share it.
What does he watch on YouTube?
Oh, he watches a lot of things. He finds a lot of like bluegrass music and stuff like that. He gets obsessed with. He went through a phase where he just was watching this beefed up like steroid workout guy who was German and who was talking about workouts. Like my dad works out a lot. And anyways, he thought this guy was hilarious and also informative. So he watched him like all the time. That was just like,
your dad's pretty jacked up.
Yeah. He's like Donkey Kong.
He's basically. He looks like, have you ever seen like those old timey drawings of like those like old timey like wrestlers? And it's like this guy with a monocle and one of those swirly mustaches. And they're like, how about he?
That's exactly what
that
my dad looks
literally
like.
Your dad.
Oh,
if he had a monocle and like a top hat, that'd be your dad.
Yep.
Like, he doesn't even have to play the mustache. Like, he has the mustache.
That's real life.
What era is your dad from? He's, like, so funny, though, because he's, like, part old-timey and part, like, convinced you're the coolest.
Yeah.
He's, like, so down with everything.
Yes.
He's like, oh, your hair's purple now? Cool.
That looks pretty cool. Yeah. He loved it. Yeah. Yeah. They recently went up north last weekend. They went to our cottage, and when they were getting ready to leave, my mom was like, Ed, what are you doing? What are you wearing? Why are you wearing that? And he like comes out of the bedroom ready for his 3-hour drive up north in a full like button up cowboy shirt with a bolo tie and his hat on. Like, I don't even call it a cowboy hat. That's just his hat. And he's like, all right, ready to drive up. She's like, why? What's going on? Do I have to dress up? Like, is this something that's happening? He's like, no, I'm just getting ready to leave. Like, Oh, Dad.
Yeah, your mom was really panicked, eh? She was like, what was she saying? She was like, what if we stop somewhere
Yeah.
and they see him and then they'll see me?
I'm like, then
They'll see you?
they'll see you guys together. I don't know. Not you guys don't have to match your outfits. Yeah.
Julie.
And then they ended
how
up
could you
stopping
say
somewhere.
that?
There was a new brewery in downtown Bracebridge, and they stopped there. And I saw pictures. And I'm like, oh, maybe that's what Dad was actually dressing for. I don't know. He always has these crazy plans that are fun. So,
Do fun things.
and cool stuff. Oh,
Take cool pictures. Hey, Julie.
hi,
That looks really cool.
my hair. Are you being my dad
Everything.
right now?
I'm your
Oh,
dad.
yeah.
I am your dad.
I wish. No, I don't.
No, you don't. Your dad's way too cool.
I would not ask for different parents. So, would you?
No. No, I wouldn't. That's kind of
Good answer.
like, no.
What? I would never.
I had one. Did I tell you this? I had my one friend say that if I turned into a dog, she would keep me.
Yes, you did
She
tell me
would-
that.
I was like, you'd keep me? She was like, yeah, if you turned into a dog right now, I'd keep you. And I was like, what about my parents? And she was like, I'd tell them. Yeah, your daughter turned into a dog and now she's mine. So,
Deal with it.
okay, cool. Bye. I was like flattered, but like at the same time, I was like, what could have possibly brought that on? I'm flattered that you like me enough to keep me if I were a dog.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Candace told me this week that she loved me more than she loved dogs. If you didn't see, we tweeted it out on the 20 After Podcast Twitter. But yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, this relationship is so serious.
I know. Sorry to drop that bomb on you. I thought about texting you that, but like after that, like it was a well-timed screen cap you had because like after that, it just kind of jumped to like me replying to different parts of the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at texting. I do this thing where I'll look at my phone and it'll be like, oh, they're asking me a question. I'll answer it. Yes. And then I'll put it away and I won't actually text them back. I'll just think, yeah, that's a good idea. Or, yeah, Thursday works for me.
I think I've been on the receiving end of that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she must be working. She must be working 6 p.m. She must be still working or something, even though I know she gets up at 3.
I was scheduled a couple of 4 o'clock shifts next week. And I was like, what did I do to deserve this? What has happened? I know for one, I have to work one of them because I had no one to switch with. But the other one I switched right away. Schedule got put up today. I immediately was like, hey, Amber, I see there you're working 6 to 3 that day. I'm working 7 to 4. So, I mean, if you want to sleep in.
And she took the bait.
She was like, who's working that afternoon? And I was like, it's this person. And she was like, you owe me. I was like, I'll drive you home Thursday if you want. She was like, okay. I was like, I literally was like, I punch danced.
Punch danced out my excitement.
Yes.
Punch dancing is the way to go for everything.
Mm-hmm.
You're mad? Punch dance it out. You're happy?
Punch dance
it
out. When you're frustrated at life, you punch dance in a forest.
Hello and welcome to another episode of What to Do When You're Angry or Mad.
You just gotta take your fists and you punch dance it out.
When I was a young boy, I discovered punch dancing, and it was great. All right, good show. See you next week.
This has been What to Do When You're mad or feeling emotions.
Good night. Do.
Why are we such huge nerds? I call everybody a nerd these days. I walk into my house and I'm like, sup nerds. My mom's like, hey.
That's amazing. Yeah, I'm turning 23 this weekend, and my mom, I was like, so can you get me the new Smash Bros for my 3DS for my birthday? She's like, really? I'm like, yes, I need it. She's like, okay, just buy it from Amazon and I'll pay you back. I'm like, okay. I'm so excited. I'm like, best birthday ever.
Yeah, you got it in the mail. Your mom looks at it. She was like, yep, okay. Just
that's it. Cool.
That's a present. All right. This is my gift. Cool.
Gotcha. She was also like, I bought this new nice like winter jacket this week that I had pre-bought because I want it for Christmas from my Oma. And she was like, so how much was that video game? And I was like, oh, this much. And she's like, how much was that jacket? I'm like, this much. She's like, can I get you the jacket as well as the game? Because I think she just really wanted to get me something that was like normal adult present as well.
Normal adult present.
So I was like, okay. So
yeah, sure. I mean,
you can get me more things that I love, I guess.
I mean, if you want.
I'm into that.
I have to buy a fall coat because I have a lot of sweaters, but sometimes calls for a coat.
Yeah,
I have no coats right now.
Yo,
Zero.
Get on that leather jacket game. You will not stop feeling cool.
I won't.
No, I'm obsessed with leather jackets. I was shopping online yesterday on Forever 21 and I had 3 leather jackets in my case. In my case. What am I saying? In my basket. And I was like, this is a proper basket. I'm going to buy all these things. 3 leather jackets. 2, like, I already have a black one, but I'm like, I need brown. One of them was burgundy, and I'm like, I obviously need more black ones. They're so easy because it's like you just throw on a leather jacket and a beanie, and you're like stylish. You can be on Pinterest. That's how stylish you are.
Or anything you want underneath either, as long as you have a leather jacket and a beanie on. It could be any shirt.
Yeah,
you could go classy, maybe stripy, maybe have a Little Mermaid t-shirt on.
Yeah, man. I wore my New Kids on the Block t-shirt with it last week. Got so many compliments.
So you can't help but look classy with that kind of attitude.
Yeah, purple hair is the definition of class.
Do you know? But at least you pull it off, right? It still looks cool. That's the
Punch
thing.
dancing out my excitement about that.
Yep.
Sorry, microphone?
Strums microphone.
We should start a microphone band. Accidental microphone hits.
Just a compilation of every time we've been like, what?
It'll happen one day.
One day.
When we're famous.
All right. Cool. So,
Cool
beans.
beans. Cool beans. Beans. Cool beans. Cool beans.
We should watch Hot Rod today.
We should.
Let's just watch it after the podcast.
In between the podcast and work. Whiskey. My safe word is whiskey.
Whiskey. I had a green tea.
I've been drinking green tea all day. Sorry for yelling.
Sorry for quoting a movie you may or may not have heard of.
You haven't seen Hot Rod. I mean,
who are you?
It's exciting. Go see it. You'll be pumped up. Punch dancing. He goes like and punch dances out his rage in the forest.
In the forest. Thank you.
Yes.
You picked up on that reference. You got there by yourself.
Did it take me too long?
No, it's okay. I'm just glad you realized.
I got there.
So, you said earlier in an earlier podcast, I mean, not like earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think back.
I've said things.
Think back to all those things you said in all those times during the duration.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
It's in your head.
All of it.
Remember when you said you were the coach
Of
your
my friend group. Yeah. The life
Yep.
coach.
When was the last time you had to do that?
Today. Like 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. My friend was like, Julie, all these things. And I was like, okay, this is why. And she was, yeah. I don't want to get into personal stuff, but she was like mad at the world for being the world and stuff. Yeah. And I was like, hey, it's okay. We're going to be okay. And like all this stuff. And
here's this YouTube video for my podcast channel.
No, she already had seen that. Plus it didn't really tie in with that. Well,
we'll
totally
all be okay.
We'll all be okay. But anyways, yeah, today.
Yeah.
Over Facebook.
How'd it go?
For like
Facebook
an hour.
is the only way I do that kind of stuff too. Texting I find takes too long. Yep.
I find myself in both situations. Texting, yeah, takes long, but sometimes it's like the only way to get my message across.
Like I'm on Facebook way more than I probably seem because I post nothing. Like I post less than nothing.
Facebook's like so out.
I know
to
it
post
is.
things on. I post like the podcast episodes all the time, but I'm like, who cares? But then like that's actually where we get most of our views from. Thanks, Facebook. But like everything else, I'm like, I don't care if people know anything.
Yeah, I feel
on
like
there. I'm like, I'm gonna tweet and Instagram about this, but Facebook, nah.
Twitter's where it's at because I feel like you could say anything arbitrary that you'd be like weirded out to post on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like,
and like people who like get it are on Twitter, and people who wouldn't really get it aren't. So it works.
It's not like I'm popular on Twitter or anything like that by any means.
I'm definitely not.
It's like,
either.
yeah, I just like And like I have like 2 distinct friend groups on Twitter too. It's like friend groups are like nerds, like my nerd friend group, who is like my mains,
my mains, my BFFs.
And then I have like my work friend group, who is like, there's like a couple of my mains in there, and then there's like my work
friends.
Yeah, my work friends. So it's like 2 distinct groups. So I'll like tweet something that'll be specifically like at my nerds.
Yeah.
And it like looks so, I feel like it looks so ridiculous to people who are like on my work.
Yeah.
They're all cool and going to university and denim jackets and floral prints and just so many people that I work with are so much cooler than me. I'm like, ugh, all you beautiful friends.
I can't handle being friends with you because you have better style than me. So this is over.
But also I love
stick
you
around
way too much.
Because
and you're an angel and I love you. Okay.
Great combo.
Earlier today, my general manager comes up and he's pouring this, like, there's this new pot that we're using. And he's like, oh man, I hate pouring things out of this pot. It takes so slow. He's like, I don't have time to sit here and play with you for an hour. And I was like, what? He literally was like, that came out super wrong. And I was like, good combo, Kyle. He's like, okay, bye.
Oh, that's hilarious. I recently started rewatching The Office because what else am I going to do with my time?
Obviously. Recently started rewatching 30 Rock. It's not like I haven't seen every episode 30,000 times.
Yeah.
Never gets old.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
And so often I feel like Liz too, where she feels like super awesome and then something like life happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's like moments where you feel like a movie star and then like all of a sudden you're like, wait a second.
Mm-hmm.
I bet even movie stars don't feel like how we think movie stars feel.
They probably, feel that like when they're on a red carpet and they're like, oh, I'm an actual literal movie star.
Yeah.
But then they go home and like get in their sweatpants and watch TV like all of us.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
Oh, wow. The Kardashians are on, says the Kardashians.
Says Scott
what happened?
Kardashian. He's my favorite.
Yeah.
Kardashian, yeah.
I still have to watch that series. I have a sticky note on my computer that's like things
Don't
I should
forget
watch.
to watch the Kardashians.
It's been there for like 8 months.
Yeah, I used to have those lists and then I just watched everything. Oops.
Whoops.
Speaking of TV shows, actually, I wanted to bring this up and tell you guys in case you didn't know. Just talking about like new TV shows. I don't know if you've watched any of these, but there's 2 new TV shows that just started this fall and they are to die. They are so good. Anyways,
What are they?
Red Band Society and How to Get Away with Murder. They are amazing. I'm not going to go into how amazing they are.
Are they like dramas or comedies or what?
Yes. How to Get Away with Murder is a drama. It's from the Shonda Land stuff. That's the girl. That's who makes like Grey's Anatomy and all the great stuff.
Okay.
And then Red Band Society is like, it's a drama and a comedy. It sounds morbid, but it's like not even like, it's not sad to watch. It's a bunch of teens in like a hospital. Some of them have like cancer, eating disorders, heart conditions, anyways, but they live in the hospital and it's about like them. I don't know. It's just great. It's about them and like the doctors and stuff. And it's really good. I don't want to get too much into explaining it because you need to see it for yourself.
I actually really want to watch that now.
They're really good. They're really well done. The reason I wanted to bring them up is because they're like sometimes, well, actually, a lot of shows always come out every year and it's like, oh, these are going to be great. And then you watch them and you're like, that's the worst show I've ever seen. How did that get put on air in 2014? But then these came and both of them, I'm just like, these are so well written, so well made. Like,
yeah.
so
now
well
you're just
acted.
afraid they're going to suck later.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
That's
where you got to be scared.
Yep.
Not everything can be Parks and Rec where it somehow made the first season happen. And then after that, it was just amazing, golden, beautiful.
How did it get past that first season? No one knows.
Like,
but after that, it's like, oh, yeah.
Just skip it. That's literally what I tell people.
Yeah.
I'm like, Parks and Rec is a good show. It's amazing. I love it. It's so funny. Skip the first season.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, does anything important happen? I'm like, Leslie's trying to build a park.
Andy used to date. That's
it. That's it.
That's it. Yeah. If they watch it, I know, because I've had people watch the first season. They're like, this is a dumb show. I'm like, no, it's just the first season. You don't get it. It's coming. The good stuff is coming. It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
It's gonna happen. One day we'll hit our Parks and Rec season, any season after 1
of being famous on the internet. Oh no!
Oh, it turned off. When did it do that?
Recently.
Oh, good. Well, I mean, we're trying here. So frustrating.
I don't know. How do people record things for longer than? How do people record things for an hour? That was like 20 minutes.
Ew.
Gah. Maybe 25.
We'll figure it out.
Guys,
Sorry.
life sucks and it's really hard. It's like my mantra. It's not actually. Life's great. Dye your hair purple.
Then you'll feel better about everything.
Are you kidding me?
Did it turn off again?
I don't know how.
Well, I mean, c'est la vie, am I right?
Oh, I see what happened.
What happened?
I charged it.
Is
And
it-
then I didn't even use it. Okay, well.
The battery died. She swears she charged it. We're not totally sure about that one, but
Well, this is the first time even using it.
okay. So next week podcast, we promise
Next
it'll
week,
be back
totally
up.
gonna be an hour full of our faces. Ugh, guys, I don't even know. Do you hate us because we fail this much? You're just looking at a black screen right now, and I know it. And you're probably like, what do I do? Her hair was purple and so cool. And like Candace was wearing that Little Mermaid shirt, and she had those sick kicks on. I like Candace's shoes today.
The other kids with kicks. That's whatever I think of whenever somebody says kicks.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel you.
That and kicking.
Actual kicking.
Yes.
Yeah, I think of that too.
Ninja Styles.
Sweet. Loving it.
So, wow, we're really good at
That kind of bummed me out.
what, the thing?
Yeah. The camera not working anymore.
Well, boy, do I have
I'm
the
bummed.
sunshiniest conversation for you.
Go for it.
So me and Julie we're talking about things like topics that we wanted to kind of touch on, and so we're gonna
Oh, loud noises. Sorry about that. You would be able to see what just happened, but guess what? Sorry, I'll stop bringing it up. Okay, go, Candace. Oh.
music.
Sorry about this week's episode of our radio show here in Niagara region. Continue, Candace. I'm out.
I'm out. I'm back.
I'm back, baby doll. Okay.
So we're just gonna talk about stuff that happened to us. Oh yeah, that's what you're saying when stuff happened this week.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't mean to allude to that so early on, but now it's not early on anymore. So allude away. What happened this week, Candace?
A bunch of stuff happened. You know, we suffer losses, I feel like, a lot
Yeah.
in life, and it's really come to my attention.
It has come to my attention that everyone goes through losses. I don't know what came to you.
It came to my attention that like it's so important to like surround yourself with like the people that you love, right?
Yeah.
Like last week suffered a family loss, right? My
Right.
grandma actually passed away, but she like it was not at all a surprise by any means. She was 91 years old and like not in the best of health. So we were, you know, everything it worked out.
Yeah.
Like obviously we miss her and stuff, but actually more recently my friend's been having like really big troubles with her boyfriend.
Okay.
And like they're basically breaking up, but she lives with him and it's just a whole thing, right?
Yeah.
So it got me thinking about like the loss of a loved one in death, a loss of a loved one when you just can't be with them anymore, and like what to do when you're that person on the sidelines in particular. Because I feel like you hear a lot about what to do when you are that person in that situation. Here's what you should do if you're losing a loved one to, you know, they're dead. Here's what to do if you're, you know, breaking up with somebody and it's really hard. And that kind of stuff is important because you need to know, right?
Yeah.
But I think nobody really tells you what to do when you're on the sidelines. And I think that that's not equally as important, but it's like, if you're the person somebody's going to fall back on,
Yeah.
I feel like you need to be prepared.
Yeah.
Like step one, you're like, just being there, that's good.
Yeah.
Like you are already like you're there already. So don't really worry about if you're fumbling at all. But I think that it's number one. Like I'm just going to touch on it because I feel like we can discuss this later in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't go wrong if you keep their best interests at heart.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong. I think that a lot of people just don't understand, like when you're venting to somebody, you want to vent, you just want to get it out, and people try and create solutions and you're like,
yeah,
don't try and solve it. It's not solvable. I don't want it to be solved. I just want to complain about it. And that's it. I think that people really have a hard time listening. And that's like, you have to go into these conversations thinking like, what role am I playing here?
Mm-hmm.
What person do they need me to be right now? Do they need me to be like a caretaker, somebody who supports, a listener, the mom, the, you know,
right,
the opposition, you know, because not everybody wants to hear, oh, great, you're breaking up with that guy. He sucks so much and he was the worst ever. And I just want to go and punch him in the face or something like that, because some people are like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what somebody needs in some situations, but a lot of the time it's just going to be hard and sad. And you just need to be there for them to, like, even if you did hate them and they did suck and you do want to punch them in the face, what you say is like, I know it's hard and I'm sorry it's hard. And I'm here if you need to talk. And if they come to you to talk, you better be listening. You don't be like, I don't know what to do about this or this. And it's like so confusing. It's like, well, you don't try to figure out those solutions unless you feel like they're genuinely asking you. What you need to do is be like, I know it is confusing and you're valid in feeling that.
Yeah.
A lot of people need validations in their feelings. And I think that's what a lot of people look for when they're venting too, right?
Totally.
Like when you're venting about something, you're just complaining about it. You're like, somebody just tell me I'm okay to complain about this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not crazy just to be like, oh, I was so mad about this. Because some people are like, oh, well, it wasn't a big deal. You could have just done this. And it's like,
no,
don't tell me that. Just say like, you're right. That was a big deal. And you should have been mad about that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So that's my little inspirational tidbit for right now.
Love it.
Yeah.
Be there for people and listen. Ears are there for a reason.
Yep. Your birthday's coming up this weekend, eh?
That's true. I was just looking at that list.
Oh, I've got it.
Yeah, you do. It is Saturday. The big 4-0. No.
2, 3.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. I can count now because I'm 23.
Does it ever have you thinking back to like prior birthdays?
Yeah. Yeah. Especially when people are like, what do you want to do for your birthday? Like on Saturday. And I'm like, I don't know. That's what I've told everyone so far. I've had a couple friends and sister who are like, so what are we doing? What's the plan? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't really know. And I don't really care that much what we do. I just want to have a good day.
Yeah.
I'm not, when it comes to my own birthday now, I'm not as much a let's make a plan and have a fun day thing, which I totally used to be. In high school, I was always like, oh, this one birthday I had the sickest birthday ever for me, which was like 20 people who I was friends with and like some of them just acquaintance with, which was probably the largest
group of people.
Yes, that I've ever had together for me. I mean, like friends wise.
Yeah.
But anyways, we all went out to the pumpkin farm and then we went back to my house and played like games and stuff. And it was so fun because those are the two things that I love most in life. And I think we
pumpkin farms and games.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, that's what I love the most. Now I'm like, I really cherish a night in alone.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So I definitely look back on things like that and be like, oh yeah, I used to really love doing that. I don't anymore, but that's cool. Great for past Julie.
Yeah.
I don't know what I like anymore.
Like if somebody was like, okay, you have to go and do something, and it could be just being at home, but you have to like invite people and plan something. Could be at home. It could be like somewhere else. Maybe you want to go to the drive-in or something. I don't know. I'm spitballing here.
Yeah. I would love to have like a group of people who were really excited about playing board games.
You've met someone.
I know, but I want like a lot of people.
Yeah.
And who are just like crazy and fun. And like,
Really
I only have
pumped
like a
about
couple of those people. And I'm like, it's fun when it's just us, but it's not as fun, you know?
I went and I visited my one friend's boyfriend. This is the second time we've met. And I picked her up from his house, but I had such a problem driving around in that city because it's a new city for me. And I was just like, I don't want to drive yet. Can we just stay here for a little while? They like broke out the game of life. His like roommate came in. They were like, hey, you want to play in the game of life? And she was like, heck yeah, I do. We like literally all just played the game of life.
So good.
It was so fun, honestly.
Yeah.
And then we played Tony Hawk Underground, like took turns and stuff.
Nice.
And I honestly am more of a video game watcher. Like people don't understand. I'm totally 100% content with just watching video games.
Wow.
And I think that people are always afraid that I'm like bored or something
Yeah.
like that. And I feel so bad because I think about it a lot. They were like, his roommate was like, oh, do you want to play? And I was like, oh no, that's okay. I'm not really into video games right now. And I keep thinking that it makes it sound like I didn't want them to play either. And
no.
It's been like a week and I've been like agonizing over it. It's like, no, I want you to play video games. I'm okay watching.
But did they keep playing?
Yeah, like I think they did for a little while and then we decided to watch a movie and I feel like I was happy to watch a movie, but I feel like I played a part in that. I'm so sorry and I love you. I'm sorry.
This is the official apology.
Sorry, I'm an awkward
Her face
person.
is sad. If we were better at technology, you would be able to see it right now. But we're not. Deal with it. I don't care. I care so much. Yeah. You know what I could go for? A good old PlayStation Golden Gun match from 1998. I could go for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like any day. That's just not my birthday. That's just like any day I could do that. Yeah, and my mom too was like, I'm really indecisive, I found recently. I hate just making decisions. My mom was like, what cake do you want?
You're like,
at first I was like, oh, I want Mississippi Mud because that's just like a bunch of different puddings on top of each other and it's magic. But then I was like, I don't actually care. I don't know, whatever. She's like, do you want me to give you like 5 options and you can pick from them? I'm like, I guess so. I don't know what happened to me. I'm just like, I don't care. I just want to live life.
My boyfriend's birthday was earlier, like yesterday actually. And his parents are like, we bought you a cake. He was like, is it ice cream? And they were like, no. He was like, what's the point? It ended up being a really good cake, but he was like, so it's not ice cream. They were like, well, your mom and me thought that this would be a good cake too. And he's like, yeah. He is somebody who can make decisions.
His decision was ice cream cake.
Yeah, but they didn't ask. He's all about decision making, but they're not about asking questions.
Yeah.
And they know why, like they know he loves ice cream cake. They're just like,
we'll do something different.
It's not about you. We wanted to try a new cake. It was really good cake though. Yeah. It's not like he didn't eat it as much as he would have the ice cream cake.
Yeah.
It was like, okay. It was a good day though.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And I feel bad because like my ideal plans would be like, I'm just going to watch a like TV show with my friends all day. But like I do that all the time. That's why I feel like there's this pressure on me to do something funner. But I'm like, I don't know. I'm not really into like going even out to eat. Like I like eating at home. Yeah. I'm much of a homebody, but I get that from my dad because he's like that too. My mom like drags him out for his birthday and is like, I'm taking you out for dinner. And he's like, oh, okay.
If we have to. I'm all about doing things lately because I just want to experience them, right?
That's good.
I'm like,
embrace that.
I want to go. It's like, there's a whole bunch of attractions near my boyfriend's house, Christopher.
Lots.
And like, I'm like, I want to go to the Butterfly Conservatory. I want to go to the aviary.
You've never been?
I've never been.
You go to those places.
See? And
did you even grow up in this city?
I've been to the aviary. I just never been to the Butterfly Conservatory. Yeah. I was like, take me there. And I want to go to haunted houses. I want to go to pumpkin patches. I want to go up on that. You know that restaurant that's like a tower?
Yeah, Skyline Tower.
Yeah, I want to go to that. But like that can wait. It doesn't have to be like this week.
Right on Clifton Hill. I don't know if I'm still in because I haven't checked in a while, but I used to be in the pamphlets for Ruby Tuesdays and the Travel Lodge and also Best Western in Welland.
For what?
I was a child model.
Were you actually?
No. Well, I mean, no, but yeah. My dad's like good buddy is a profesh photog. And he used to, whenever he needed like family shots or something, he would get our family, and because we're so photogenic. And yeah, so we went to Ruby Tuesdays for like a day one day, and like held a burger and weren't allowed to eat it all day. And then like the last shot, they're like, okay, you can eat it now. And we're like, well, now it's cold. But we got like obviously like coupons to go back there. And then like the travel lodge, we had to pretend to be swimming. Yeah. And then the Best Western, we rode our bikes down a path.
Ooh, nice.
At 5 a.m., which as a like, I was probably like 10 then. As a 10-year-old, I was like, this is death and I don't care.
Let me leave this place.
But then I grew up and I was like, I was a child model. I can say that now. I was also in a commercial for, there was that water festival that happens every year, Illuminaqua.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. When I saw the commercial, I was like, oh, I was lying on camera. The commercial was all like, how was your experience at Illuminaqua? I went to a studio and I was like, and I said the word awesome. And I had no idea what it was for. And then when he actually put it out, he's like, here's a link to what you did. And I was like, how was your experience? And I was like, awesome. I was like, I've never been. I'm one of those people who just lie. Cool. But I was in it with my sister and her ex-boyfriend. And we were like, he went fantastic. And I went awesome. And then she went hot. Of course, my sister. Perfect line for her.
That's hilarious, actually.
So that was my experience. Also, now I'm just thinking of all the times I modeled for him. I was also a hand model once. I held like a mug in my hand with a suit on, and you could only see like my hand and my torso, I guess. But I had nice hands. That was the compliment. Really? There. They were Not right now. They're like purple. I don't know why. Yeah. So that's my experience as a child model.
There's this girl who I work with recently. Her dog's like famous on Instagram.
So is it a French bulldog?
I don't know what kind of dog she has. It's like a lab, I think, something like that.
Just a lab?
3,000 followers on Instagram.
How does a dog have more than I do?
I don't know. 3,000 though. And she gets like, her dog gets sent free stuff and treats all the time.
Hashtag jealous.
I know. I was like, that's a thing? She was like, oh yeah, my dog's famous on Instagram. I was like, oh, cool. Cool.
I'm trying for myself right now on the internet.
If your dog wants to endorse me, I mean.
Dogs listen to 20 After podcast, do you?
How was your experience, dog? Awesome.
It was fantastic, awesome, and hot. Oh, man.
That's hilarious.
When you back on the topic of birthdays.
Yeah.
Do you like cakes or pies better for your birthday?
I like cakes, but I'm not caked out by the time it's my birthday. My mom is. Like I'm born in May.
Okay.
So there's a ton of birthdays in May.
Yeah.
So I'm not caked out yet. My mom gets super caked out by the time it's her birthday. So she always gets like pie, key lime pie and stuff.
That's yum.
Yeah. I'm not really. That is yum.
Sorry.
Many words are spoken here.
Forming sentences.
But I don't really dig the ice cream scene.
Yeah,
I've never really been an ice cream person, to be honest, though.
Really?
No. Like maybe a year in my youth.
There was that one year I ate ice cream. I like ice cream. My dad's obsessed with ice cream, though. I don't love it. I just like, once in a while, like I could go for ice cream. Yeah. Mostly bubblegum. Cotton candy. That's about it.
We've all been there.
But my dad's like, he just loves ice cream. And pie. He would be a pie ice cream guy. But
that's literally my
I'm
mom.
not really either. I'm not like, I mean, I like both. Most cakes, like a traditional like birthday cake that's just that like vanilla with a crap load of icing.
Yeah.
I could not care any less than I do right now about it. Or something like that.
So you like it a lot?
No, I said that wrong. I don't like it. Okay. Wait, what was I talking about? The cake. Yeah, I don't. Sorry, I got distracted. Because this is falling again. We bought the cheapest. No, we didn't. We didn't. We just have a horrible setup table with it there.
Yeah.
But
make it work, table. Make it work.
This is happening.
That's okay. You look cooler this way.
Well, the thing is, the video camera can't even see what I'm doing, so I'm doing it.
She's holding the microphone
and the stand so that it doesn't fall because they're attached. But yeah, don't like cake. And I like pie, most pies. I mean, apple pie, key lime pie, great.
Pumpkin pie.
Not really.
October. Are you kidding
Sorry.
me? Are you kidding?
Sorry.
Immediately apologizes.
Sorry. Also, I'm not really that sorry. I'm more of a like a square person, I guess.
Yeah.
Like squares, like there's this thing called Rocky Road squares that's just like graham crackers and chocolate and marshmallows and sweetened evaporated milk, and it's magic.
Didn't you make that for a barbecue?
Oh yeah, probably. I make that all day, son. I know. I make that a couple times a year because I love it. And like that pudding one I was talking about, I don't know why I'm
you
talking
like
about
squares
desserts
a lot. Well, you asked about
Because
cake
I'm-
versus pie.
That's right.
Why.
I'm less of a sweet person. I'm more of a like, you give me a bag of chips, I'm gonna finish that in one sitting. But you give me a cake, I'm like, I'll have a corner. I'm not a dessert person. I don't eat dessert. My mom's always like, do you want dessert? And I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah, I'm more of a frozen yogurt person because it's like less sweet.
I do like frozen yogurt.
Yeah.
Froyo.
And like ice caps, I don't like those because they're way too sweet. But I'll drink iced coffees. I drink a lot of coffee, to be honest. So much.
I wish I could do that. I feel like caffeine would help me a lot, but allergic. #allergic.
Just remembered that I didn't finish making a coffee earlier today, and it's probably still sitting at the counter at work.
For yourself or for a customer?
For me. I was in the middle of making it, and then I got busy, so I like put it down, and I never finished. So no, they probably threw it out by now. They're probably like, "What was this for?" Yeah, well. Goodbye, coffee.
I remember those days. The thing I miss most about working there is that I always used to like create my own things. Like anytime I got new food, I could just mix it with anything, and it was like, I knew at that moment, or I knew when I was doing it, that there was only going to be one part of my life where I could do that. It was great. Just have like food ready all the time to be
like made. Like right there.
Yeah.
That's how I feel too. I'm like, why can't I just make sandwiches in 20 seconds at home?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't happen.
I know.
I don't make sandwiches enough for like me to warrant buying a whole thing of lettuce.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Is that I could buy like tomatoes and onions and lettuce and spinach and all the things I could get at Subway or whatever.
Yeah. But then
I
it's
really-
like, I'm going to cut that off once and then it's going to go bad. Right?
Yep.
Is that where you're going?
Yep. Like the amount of times I bought vegetables and then I use them once for one thing and I'm like, okay. And they don't last as long. More preservatives than vegetables, 2014.
Yeah. I know. I used to, I go through, I'm always in a guac phase. I make guacamole all the time. And I always used to buy fresh cilantro because it tastes so good. That's the best part of guacamole for me. But then I found out, like, I always bought these things, but you could only buy them like in these big bushels. And I was like, great. It went bad all the time. And then I found that they make cilantro paste. And I was like, I'm going to try this. It says paste and that doesn't make it sound good, but I bet it will taste good. It tastes amazing. And like, I've had it in my fridge for probably 6 months and it's still good.
Yeah.
And it's so much easier. So, but my mom's like, that doesn't make it healthy because like fresh cilantro, and this is not fresh. There's obviously like preservatives in there. I'm like, yeah, but it's so much easier.
How come you haven't made meat guacamole?
I don't know.
What am I saying?
What am I supposed to do? Bring it to you? Like it gets brown if it's out for more than a half hour.
No, I'm saying like, hey, Candace, we should hang out
And
I'll
make
the
guacamole.
And I'll be like, that's literally like, there's 2 reasons I'd be going to your house at that point. You and guac.
I don't want
That's
to toot
it.
my own horn, but I also do. I'm amazing at making guacamole. It's so good. I've gotten compliments. Me and my sister both. We have the same like kind of recipe, which we don't write down. People are always like, "What's in this?" And we're like, "Well,
I don't know.
But then we tell them. We're like, "It's so easy," because it's really easy, but it's so good.
Do you both use the exact same recipe or you're slightly different?
It depends on the day because I like switch it up.
Yeah.
These are the fun things. No, I don't want to
What-
tell everyone. Yeah, I do. I want to share this, man. Guac is so easy and fun.
What I'm getting at is if I got you and your sister to make me guacamole, could I just eat them both?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
And then I'd be like, yeah, these are both guacamole.
So
and
here
I
are 2
want to
secret
eat them.
ingredients you maybe wouldn't always put in guacamole, but we pretty much always do. A little squirt of mustard.
Okay.
Get that in there. It makes it really good. And paprika is the other one.
Oh, really?
Yes. Both of them so good. It finishes it off. Always fresh garlic and extra garlic. Always.
We were talking about sandwiches, and now we're talking about guacamole, and all I want is Subway.
We'll definitely eat after this.
We have to.
My mom was like, "You're gonna come home and eat after you record, right?" And I was like, "No, I probably just won't be home until like 9 p.m. tonight, and I'll eat then." She's like, "No, you're gonna come home and eat. You're gonna be hungry." And I'm like, "No, it'll be fine. I won't." Now we talk about food. I'm like, I think I'm gonna go home and eat.
Yeah, we got a thing. Bye.
Oh man,
It's like that day Christopher came with Subway, and we just during one of those kids things.
Yes.
One of the kids things, junior youth.
Yes.
We were doing junior youth, and he brought Subway. I was like, yes.
Kids, I'll be gone for a bit. Give me 10 minutes.
Okay, bye.
I'm gonna whoop this down in 5. I used to be able to eat Subway sandwiches so fast because we would get people to get them for us when we were working on shift.
Yeah.
And then but it wouldn't be my break anymore. So I'd have to work it or eat it like in between orders and like stuff like that and serving customers. So I used to I would actually eat it in 5 minutes. And then I'd be like, oh, that hurt to eat it that fast, but it was so worth it.
Ready.
And it was fresh and it was healthy because it's Subway and I'm going to lose weight because of that. Right, Jared? I didn't.
No, I do know what you're talking about, though. The guy who lost all that weight from Subway.
Yes. He was probably oh no, was he hired just like I was?
No, he wasn't hired, but he did have like extra stuff too.
Oh,
the thing. He was like, I ate a lot of Subway and lost weight, and then it was like, but I also exercised a lot and I had a training program and dietitians were helping me.
And I only ate one meal a day, even though it was Subway. Yeah.
It was I'm still gonna eat a lot of Subway.
Subway's so good. Their veggie sandwiches with guac on it. I mean, not guac, just avocado.
Just
It's still as good.
I still want guacamole.
Oh no, I don't have any avocados at home. I was gonna say I can make it in the next hour that we're hanging out, but sorry.
If only there was some way we could get avocado.
Listen. I used to be that person who was like, I want something, I'm gonna go buy it right now. But now that I bought a car, I'm like, oh, wait till my mom buys it.
Yeah.
The stuff that I want, the other stuff. Like as far as like food goes and like clothes, now I have to wait for like special occasions.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it's my birthday, so I can just all week so far I've been like, but it's my birthday week.
So I have to buy these clothes. Yeah.
Works for me. I give myself excuses. I love excuses. They're my favorite thing.
You're never going to be able to cut back on your spending. You're just going to be like, but it's the 4th of July this month.
Yeah. And like
earlier this month.
Pretty much every month you can find a huge sale online because there's some kind of
sale
event.
Well,
event or like there's some kind of holiday that's always happening.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, Black Friday in November.
Looks like I have to buy.
Looks like I have to. October is Halloween sale. September is Labor Day sale. Like there's always a sale. And I'm always like, well, I would lose money if I didn't buy this now.
Speaking of sales, Blue Notes is having overalls on sale right now for your costume.
See, this is where I'm at for that. When you told me that, I was like, sweet, I'm going to get overalls for my Waluigi costume and they're going to fit me and it'll be great. And then I was like, oh, right, I got to stop spending money. So I was like, I'll just wear my dad's overalls.
Oh, yeah, your dad has a ton of overalls.
It's only clothing. But they're going to be huge on me. But I'm like, oh well. Because realistically, if I buy them for this costume, I'm really only going to wear them for this costume. Because I'm not someone who can pull off overalls. My legs are too long.
Yeah. I think for my Shy Guy costume, I'm just going to take Christopher's Home Hardware sweatshirt and like...
Yeah, that's perfect.
Forget this logo.
Don't look at this part. It will still look good.
Yeah.
You won't really see.
I'll belt it. I need to find the mask is my problem.
Yeah. Well, you can just get I'm sure they have just plain white masks.
Yeah. I'll just, I'll go to that Halloween store that we have.
Or, Party City or the Halloween store.
Yeah.
Oh, Spirit Halloween. You could just paint your face white and then like your eyes black.
I feel like that'd be so spooky though, and I just want to be able to.
You should get those black contacts.
Do you think I have money to burn, Julie?
As I'm talking about how I'm not spending money.
Why don't I just set my wallet on fire and call it a day?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Someone's off buying a boat just for the heck of it. Someone's just literally throwing money into the fire for kindling. Huh? What was that?
What? Black contacts?
Yeah, I have a whole room dedicated to all the contacts that I own. That's the goal.
Oh, I used to work with a girl who always had like really fancy colored contacts, and they looked so cool.
Yeah.
And she had dark skin, so it was like it looked really cool. Like they just it was perfect. She was gorgeous.
Let me be you. Why can't I look that good in colored contacts?
Why can't I buy colored contacts? I've been trying to buy normal contacts instead of having like nerdy glasses for like a year. But by trying, I mean just psyching myself up to call the eye doctor and ask for my prescription.
I thought you didn't have to do that, you said.
No, I don't. Well, when I was there for my last checkup, or not checkup, like I don't know, whatever you call it. Who cares?
Yeah.
I was like, I might want contacts. What do I do? And they were like, okay, well, that's great. We just have to book another appointment solely for that. And it costs $100 for the appointment. And then we'll decide what kind of contacts you get. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll get back to you on that. And then I talked to my cousin who already has contacts. And she was like, yeah, that appointment does nothing. You're just going to buy these kind of contacts. And they're going to check if you're okay with touching your eye, which I can touch my eyeball like at any time. Just ask me. I'm good. So she's like, you just need to get your prescription, like a copy of your prescription, and then order contacts. And I was like, oh, okay. But of course I had my prescription and I gave it to my glasses place. And I was like, hey, give me glasses. And then I forgot to like write down the prescription.
So do you just call and be like, hey, can you just tell me? Or do they have to email you? Or like,
no, I have to call and then I have to talk to the eye doctor specifically. Like the receptionist can't give it to me. I don't know why. Like it's not like I don't know.
It's not like
what
super
bad
personal.
can happen from giving someone their prescription.
Yeah.
Anyways,
want me to call for you?
Yes.
Yeah, I could do that.
I've only been waiting for someone to call for me.
I'm the friend that calls people for.
And I did it once last year at the end of the year. I was like, this is going to happen. So I got up the courage. I called them and they were like, okay, the eye doctor just has to call you back. She called me back and she was like, hey, just to let you know, your prescription is out this year. So if I give you, like, I can give it to you, but you need a new one because my eyes just get progressively worse, and she knows that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. So then instead of getting my prescription, I booked an appointment, and that's when that whole thing happened.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll definitely call for you. It's fine.
Sweet.
Yeah. I mean, not now because they're probably closed.
Yeah, they're definitely closed now.
Yeah.
Sweet.
We'll figure it out.
It's a date. Love it.
Yep.
And then I'm going to get contacts and I'm going to be so cool. But also I'm like, maybe I should embrace like.
The thing about it is that you can decide if you want to wear contacts that day or glasses. It gives you choice. Doesn't mean you're giving up your nerdiness.
Thank you. Okay. Pep talk. Loved it. Great. Done. I know, because I like to embrace the nerdiness. And I want to stick it to everyone who's like, I had like an ex-boyfriend once who was like, are you sure you don't want contacts? And I was like, excuse me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with these glasses. So I've had people like tell me like you should get contacts, like not just like regular you should get contacts, like you would look better with contacts kind of speak. And I'm like,
thanks.
I'm gonna stick it to you and keep these glasses because I'm embracing that. Because who cares? This is not an 80s movie. This is not She's All That. Like, yeah, I'll be fine.
I got glasses. Like, I had glasses from the time I was 3 years old until I was 11.
Nice.
Because I lost them, and then I was like, meh, I can see just fine.
Really? You just stopped wearing them?
Well, I lost them. Well, it wasn't for vision problems. It was because I had an eye that, like, floated to the middle of my face.
Oh, a lazy eye. Fun, yeah.
Well, it wasn't a lazy eye, but it, like,
It was, like, on the lazy river?
I guess.
You just said it floated.
It was, like, it didn't float, but every once in a while I'd, like, blink, and it would, my eyes would unfocus, and my one eye would just go, whoop, like, right towards the middle of my face. I was like, cool. Like, my eyelid wasn't droopy or anything. It was just my eye would just go whoop to the middle of my face. So I got glasses for that, and it corrected it. So I was like, well,
it did its job.
Yeah, I was like, well, it doesn't do that anymore. So I guess I'll just stop wearing glasses. Nice. So I just stopped wearing glasses.
That worked out.
And I re-got glasses in grade 9 because, I don't know, they were like, you can have glasses if you want. I was like, okay, I'll have glasses. I'm covered, so it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. So I got glasses, and that lasted for like a few months before I just, like, they were only for reading, so it was like, what's the point?
Yeah.
And last year I got glasses again because I was like, glasses are so cute. I want to get glasses, and some days I'll wear them and some days I won't. And that was how it was for like 4 months. And then it just turned into some days I don't.
Yeah. When I first got these, like back in when I was in grade 7 or 6, I think grade 6 is when I got them. And they were like, okay, well, you don't have to wear these all the time. They're for distance, right? So they're like when you're watching TV or when you're like in a car or looking at something far away, right? Yeah. I was like, okay. It was not even 2 days before I was wearing them 24/7 because I was like, oh no, I can actually see everything clearly with this. It was amazing. So I just got to like, I just wore them all the time.
This is what sight is like.
This is what it feels like. I was out of it for so long. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I tried to get those trendy glasses too. Like the last couple times I've gone and renewed my prescription and then ordered new glasses, I was like, oh, I want to be trendy and hip and in with the like hipsters or whatever. So I tried all those dark rim glasses. They look so bad on me. I bought a pair once, but I never wore it out.
Yeah.
Except when I broke my glasses, which I always do. But yeah.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
I know. I'm so embarrassing. But I don't care. That's who I am.
Just be who you want to be. Just spread your wings and fly.
Be you. You do you. I'm going to do me.
Yeah, there you go.
No. I don't know.
You're like a little jukebox.
I'm a Julie box.
That's so cute. I can't handle it.
Oh, I'm like the Fonz, but nope, that doesn't work. Never mind.
You're
I
exactly
take it back.
like the Fonz. You wear a lot of leather.
Yeah, I do. I'm so cool. Man, I'm so cool.
Yep.
It's just the leather. As soon as I take the leather off, I'm like, oh, nope, nerd. I'm wearing a wristwatch and I have glasses.
Are you?
The purple hair is just a facade.
Yeah. It's my Halloween disguise. Someone cool.
The one person I told I was dyeing my hair purple, do you remember this? They were like, oh, for Halloween?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, no, like
just
for life.
For life.
Oh, cool. Okay. I feel you. Like, okay, cool.
I do remember that. They were like, oh, cool. You were like, yeah, it is.
Oh.
That's okay. Vanessa, my sister, recently was like, I tell everybody that you're super cool, Candace, like, because in my head, you're super cool. And when I describe you to people who don't know you, I'm like, oh, yeah, she's my sister, and she's super cool. She's got, like, red hair and, like, tattoos, and she's just a really cool person. And then, like, I literally am the biggest nerd in real life, like, especially to her, right? Because, like, she's my sister, so I obviously, like, there's nothing keeping me from being me around my sister.
Yeah, right.
Like, she's my twin. I was like, she's like, can we get a tattoo that says womb mates?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, no. You would never get that for one. And for two, no.
But Vanessa. Oh, I just looked into the camera because I wanted to eye contact you, Vanessa. So feel my voice in your eyeballs. You are just as cool. Her point was is so cool, and you got brown hair and no tattoos. You were so cool.
Her point was that, like, she was like, I describe you as someone really cool, but in real life, you're like the biggest loser in the world. I was like, weeps because it's true.
I know. I feel like that's definitely me too, though. Somebody sees me walk down the street, I'm wearing leather.
I've got purple hair.
I've got cute boots on, and they're like, how are you? And I'm like, oh, good. Just trying to make friends on my 3DS with Street Pass. Okay, bye. I don't just come out and tell that people that, but anyways.
Wow, that girl looks so cool. Hi, could I just get this from Starbucks? They're like, what's your name? You're like, Julie. They're like, oh, it's Susie? Yes.
Yes. I always get my name wrong. This is a fun story. One time I ordered pizza over the phone, which is the hardest thing, and I bring it up often because I can't do it. And yeah, I got my name wrong.
Yeah?
Yeah. And they ended up writing.
You got your own name wrong?
I did. I screwed it up when I was saying it, and then I was like, I don't know what name they got there. And when I picked it up, it said Julie McKenz on the box. They wrote it and everything. I'm like, no, this was all on me.
I saw this video online, and it was like an employee at Starbucks. I don't know if it was a real employee or anything. And it was like, the reason that your name is always wrong at Starbucks. And it was like, I'm screwing with you. I work at Starbucks. I don't have a lot of time to be happy here. I'm screwing with you. The best part of my day is writing your name wrong and looking at your reaction. Jessica? Literally everyone knows how to spell Jessica. Literally everyone. It was funny. Just so funny. It was like a really funny video, though. I'm pretty sure I shared it on Facebook.
I think I saw that. That sounds really familiar. With that, we're out of time and we're hungry.
Yeah, we're super hungry. Oh, I want guacamole so bad.
Sorry about that.
Specifically, guacamole made by you.
It's so good.
You keep telling me how good it is, and I'm like, I bet it's so good.
Yeah, but now
maybe with some Tostitos. All right.
Tostitos, and then like sometimes with like pita bread. It's like, oh,
stop. All right, I gotta go eat.
We gotta go eat, ladies and gentlemen. See you next week.